Welcome back to the ReConnected podcast. I'm still Matt. This is still Josh.
Yeah.
And this is still Lewis, although as we will now be referring to him as Anonymous Capybara, courtesy of Google.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Basically,
I'm not still Lewis, then, am I?
No. Well, I'm just so people know going forward, when I call you Anonymous Capybara, we now all know that it means Lewis.
I feel like you should just stick with AC.
Or just AC for short. Yeah, I think that will work.
It doesn't have the full effect.
Which is everyone bar us three that don't know what the hell's going on. Simply put, we have a show notes document on Google Drive, and Lewis was not a contact of Josh or I, and then Google decided to just label him Anonymous Capybara, and so that is now going to be his name from henceforth.
I'm glad we explained this.
Yeah,
I thought it was necessary.
Obviously.
It was necessary.
Yeah, sure.
So, how do we feel like the last episode went then, everyone?
Poorly.
What? Yeah, pretty terribly.
No, it was good.
Yeah, we really dropped the bar,
okay.
didn't we?
I thought it was good. I actually thought it went well.
It went about as well as could be expected.
I mean, as could be expected with our enormous high-quality product that we've designed so far. I mean, we've really put so much time and effort into this, and I think it shows.
Only contains trace amounts of lead.
Only trace amounts. Actually, what? I was promised we were getting at least 10% lead.
Look. That's expensive.
We can only do so much.
We had to make some just concrete.
Listen, our budget can only go so far, Lewis.
Yeah.
Unless you want to pitch in.
It can't go very far at all.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying our budget can't go far, because we don't have one.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So, follow up from last time.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I got two things.
Okay.
So, there was a question that I was asked. I can't remember which one of you asked it, which is, what's your favourite number? Which, while a terrible question...
Oh, no, that was me.
I do need to answer it. 7.
7's a good number.
7, lucky for some. Any particular reason?
No.
Because it's orange.
It's because it's orange. I just like it. It's just, you just pick it, right?
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's ever any reason why your brain picks a certain number as its favourite, but there just always seems to be some number that your brain just goes, "Oh, that's nice."
I
actually have a reason
why your brain picks it.
Wait, Josh, what is yours?
Because it's orange.
No, what is shape. Josh's favourite number?
7. Well, no, 7. I'm saying 7's a good number.
Oh, right. But do you have a favourite number?
I mean, I do like 7.
Sure, you can both go with 7. Personally, so for me, unlike you two, I prefer even numbers to odd numbers. So
but that's just insane.
Like 4.
Yeah,
I like 4.
But even numbers are just insane.
I prefer even numbers.
They are
4
too
is a
rounded.
really boring number when you think about it.
Because
it's not
they can be
prime,
halved.
It only has 2 factors.
I like even numbers because they can be halved.
Well, so can 7.
Well, not well. No, that doesn't make grammatical sense. I mean, even numbers can be halved into whole numbers, and I like that. I don't like the halving into decimal stuff.
Okay,
this is a very
what
weird,
if we just do away with
particular
decimals
thing
and
to
we
be
still halve
noting,
it?
but
There's no decimals anymore. Now it's 3/2. Now it's a fraction.
Yeah, well, my brain doesn't like odd numbers because they don't halve properly.
Actually,
and that's
7/2, by the way, not 3/2. That was my bad.
Okay, and what was the second thing you wanted to note, Lewis?
I know, right?
Yeah.
I've done number theory at some point. I should know how to halve 7.
I expected more.
Yeah, you should, honestly. It's a tragedy. So, my second point was I was doing a listen through of the show to check it for any major errors. Still, let me know if there are any real errors in
I imagine
in the show.
we'll probably be doing that, yeah.
But I noticed that I said Far Cry 3 is a really hard game. and I just want to counter some criticism that I might get, which is just use the special syringes. And to that I say, no. There's nothing else. It just removes the fun from the game. Josh, you own Far Cry 3. Please tell me you know what a special syringe is.
I do not. I played this game around 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think I may have played Far Cry 3, but it has been a long time.
So in Far Cry, you can craft syringes that help you in combat, or exploring, or healing, or whatever.
The standard kind of boost thing that you can use, yeah.
But if you collect, I think it's like 40 or 50 relics, you unlock special syringes. One of them is you become immune to damage for like a minute, and one of them is you kill any enemy in one shot for about a minute.
That's insane.
Those seem pretty ridiculous.
Right, and you can stack these things a lot. If you like prepare them in advance, you can have like 15 of these.
Oh my god.
Why would you do that? That doesn't...
Because it just trivializes the game, which is why I didn't do it. But
Completely.
So just to counter some criticism of, oh, this level is really hard, and they say, oh, it's not hard if you use these two very exploitable, very powerful things.
I was going to say, it's probably not going to get used that much, but you're probably going to get to a point in the game where you come across this particularly hard level, and then you're just going to go, right, screw it, let's just get all these syringes out.
No. That's the opposite of what I'm saying.
I don't remember it being too hard. I probably played it on like normal difficulty.
I don't remember playing the game long enough to find out how hard it could become.
It's like the last 3 missions have some pretty like rough bits in it. In terms of like, damage coming at you.
Is that where you just have like a ton of just enemies like behind cover and stuff?
It's like waves and waves of enemies running at you, and your ally dies in a couple of hits as well, so you can't even like stay in cover and snipe out. You have to protect your ally coming in.
You have an ally. Okay, yeah. That makes sense that would be annoyingly hard. They always are in games.
Yeah.
Whenever you have to protect someone, they never have enough. They rarely have enough competence to just stay behind cover.
Well, no, because what he does is he comes in with a helicopter, lands, then you have to get in the helicopter and leave. But his helicopter goes down like it's made of paper mache.
Oh,
maybe it was made out of paper mache.
Honestly,
never know.
It wouldn't surprise me. It went down faster than I did.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but you're made of stone.
Yeah, sure. So that was. I just wanted to follow up on that, just to throw it out there. I'm aware of them, but I don't like using them.
I love how Lewis is actually worried that there's going to be a whole load of people listening to this going, this guy talked about Far Cry 3 and didn't say that he wasn't using the special syringes. My God.
I just want to cover my bases because like I thought about it when I was listening through. I'm like, well, if I thought about it, someone else is going to.
Just you and one other person in the comments
Even if it's one other person, it's worth addressing.
I mean,
not
sure.
Really.
Okay.
Well, I noticed it, so I think it's worth addressing.
I mean, you can notice things, but then, like, in the grand scheme of things, if someone thinks you're stupid for not knowing about the special syringes in Far Cry 3, I think you're good.
Listen here, Josh. If people listen to this podcast long enough, it won't take us referencing a certain game without a certain aspect qualified in order for them to realise how stupid we are. Okay, we don't need that. We just need to talk for long enough, and they'll realise.
Exactly.
Yeah. I just wanted to get it across that I noticed.
Sure. Okay.
And this is how I formulated my opinion with evidence and opinions.
Fair enough then. Well, with that being said, and I don't think anyone else has anything to say about the previous episode. I think it went well.
I'm pretty sure the next 3 things on this list are follow-up from the previous episode.
I mean, they might be kind of indirectly, yeah, but there's no like direct things we need to qualify or sort of go over at all.
Probably not.
Now, I've got to, because I know what you're about to ask me, so I now need to remember.
Do the
setup.
It seems that we've decided indirectly, just because it's been mentioned the last couple of episodes, that it seems to be a growing segment that every single week we ask Lewis how his D&D sessions has been going on, which is kind of ironic given the fact that Lewis didn't actually want segments in this podcast to begin with and yet has managed to create the first one.
I've created 2.
In what seems to be growing as the ever-weekly what's happening with D&D part of the show, Lewis, what's been happening with D&D?
No one has died.
Hooray.
Wow. I feel like that needs a round of applause almost.
Okay, 20 people have died total, but none of them were party members.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah, someone was killed with a big fireball. There's some like gang war stuff. It's unimportant, really. That's like main plot stuff, and that was like only happening at the end. So most of this week was I had a funeral.
Okay.
Actually,
right.
I had 2 funerals.
Right. Back to back, same day.
Yeah. So
Damn, that's rough.
They were feeling bad about Vizu, who died saving Goldor. That's his name. The
I love how Lewis is referencing these character names as if Josh and I know who he's talking about. Like
Vizu was my character,
okay.
and Goldor
Wait, you don't
was Jacob's character. So
I don't even know who he's talking about when he references the real life names because I don't go to this uni. But yeah, sure.
It doesn't help at all.
Yeah, I was going to say like it helps.
Yeah, but it's easier for me to say names. Eventually, you'll get it, right?
Well, yeah. Okay, yeah.
At some point, you'll keep track.
At some point, we'll probably keep track. All I know is Jacob's the one that keeps dying.
Yeah. So
that's literally
Jacob
all
was
I know.
running late this time, but everyone was feeling bad about Vizu, who died saving Jacob's character Goldor. So they went to see his.
Why would anyone feel bad about trying to save Jacob's character? I'm surprised they're still trying.
Well, they felt bad that I tried.
Oh, okay.
So they went and they gave me a nice funeral. They said some words.
Full honor guard, I expect. You know, trumpets, drums.
No, they went and saw my body in the crypts, and they said a few nice words about my character.
That doesn't really sound much of a ceremony.
Oh, that's nice.
Then they went and saw Ivan, who was still there. They gave him a ceremony.
Oh, so he got a ceremony.
He got a ceremony. Dina and
Lewis
Blaya did not get a ceremony, actually, so I actually had one funeral. But there were two funerals.
Oh.
This is sounding very convoluted, so it sounds like it must be your D&D sessions, Lewis.
No, it's just we went to the crypts to give my character Vizu a funeral, and then Ivan was there, so we gave him a funeral too.
Okay.
Right, okay, sure.
I thought you were going to just say that another person died and then you had to have another funeral. I thought that's where you were going with that.
So Jacob then was walking along, tripped over a stone, and then he died again.
Yeah. Yeah.
He tripped over a stone
and then fell into his own coffin.
We did something. Basically, I got a magic item today as well, so I'm now tankier than our paladin, which he's not happy about.
I bet.
The naked ranger and I are very tanky.
The naked ranger.
Yeah, because he can't wear armor because he's a turtle. He hasn't had any made for him, so he's just wearing like bog standard stuff. He has like 13 AC by default plus whatever his dex is, and he's scaling off pretty hard.
That's pretty good.
It was a fun week. Not much happened.
And by that we mean that no one actually spectacularly managed to die for once. Which is kind of how... I love how that's how we gauge whether anything really special happened in any of Lewis's D&D sessions. Is did anyone die?
We've been doing
and was Jacob involved?
We've been doing side quests.
And how
I
did they
chased in
go?
a drinking match, but I don't think it's particularly interesting for me to say, yeah, me and Nezin decided, which is Tom Dan's character. Tom Dan being a person they call Tom, who is called Dan.
All right. Makes sense.
Fine. Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I got that right way around.
I don't think it matters.
Next week if I didn't.
I was going to say, I have no idea what you're talking about, but sure.
There's a guy who's called Dan, and I call him Tom.
Right, okay.
I got his name wrong once.
Or is he called Tom and you call him Dan?
No. I call him Tom. He got very insulted. We didn't get insulted, but he was like,
so hang on, so
that's my name, yeah, absolutely.
I was going to say, hang on, wait, so do you actually call him Tom?
Yeah.
Even though that's not his name?
Yeah, he's called Dan.
Just because you mistakenly called him that once?
Yeah.
That sounds like the most Lewis thing ever. I'm surprised you even call me Matt.
It came up
you're
while we were trying to figure out our DM's name. I was like, I'm pretty sure I know everyone's name. So I'm like, Jacob says to Phil, you're Phil. I was talking to Phil and Tom at the time. And Connor sits next to me, and you're Tom, right? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. I'm like, am I wrong? It's like,
wow.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right now.
That's actually a question I have for you. How is it playing D&D with a bunch of people that you don't know too well?
Great. I know him pretty well now.
Okay.
I mean, you do get to know them after a while, I would assume.
But how is it like
was a little bit rough. I got to appreciate Tom. He went for it and got everyone very comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need one person to really.
So this is Dan.
Into it. This is Tom. Yeah.
Okay.
Does everyone? I hope everyone listening to this starts to realize why Lewis just sometimes is just.
It's, oh,
He
I
is
don't know
that
what you're
guy.
talking about.
He is that guy.
internalized hatred sounds.
That's exactly what I was going for.
So
It's just those moments where it's not even like hatred. It's just like a deep embering just sigh.
well, speaking of deep embering sighs, how about we get the second section of the podcast, the only other section of the podcast done as soon as possible, so that Matt can feel comfortable for the rest of the show. Which is
my
Smallville
God.
follow-up.
So, do we actually have to do this?
I was going to
Do we
say
actually
that
have to
wasn't a
talk
good
about that
segue.
god-awful show?
That does bring on a very big sigh.
It does. He hates it.
it's so
Because-
bad.
It isn't a good show.
But
It's
it is
just
a
For
very
anyone
good
that
show.
hasn't seen Smallville, please do yourself a favor and never watch it.
I
Find
think it's a
every
solid show.
copy.
It's so
Find
fun to
every
watch.
find every physical copy and burn it.
Watch,
But-
just watch clips of it.
I'll put a
That's all
couple of
you
clips
need.
in the show notes that sort of
Oh,
All
yeah,
I've seen
brilliant.
is
emphasis. I
clips
will
of
put in
this
the ones. I
show.
will run them past you, Josh, so that you know.
All I've
what the ones
seen
I'm
is
putting in.
clips from this show,
Okay.
and I already hate it.
I'm on season 6, so I don't know anything that happened 7, 8, 9, or 10.
Oh, it's just so bad.
I love it. I love it so much. It's peak 2000s.
Ah.
It really is, and I don't like it. The 2000s era stuff is not. Actually,
Some
no,
of
this
it's
is
good, but that is just bad. There's no redeeming quality to this show. I'm sorry, there just isn't.
So I want to just address this point Matt has made, which is there's no redeeming quality to this show.
There
No.
isn't.
I'm going to disagree with it because I've been enjoying
No,
it.
it is fact.
It's like fantastic background noise.
It is fact.
with enough good scenes to keep me interested, and enough truly terrible scenes that I just laugh. It's great.
There's other good background noise though,
Shush.
like
had
this
this conversation.
podcast.
No, I guess you're right, Josh.
Yeah,
Here's the thing, though, that's really important to get across. So, while we were setting up for the show, Matt left for about 5 minutes. So I put on the last 5 minutes of a Smallville episode that I was watching,
and that's when
for
I came
Josh,
back.
because Matt doesn't want to watch it, and I thought I'll finish it up while I wait. They got very into it.
It's
okay.
so stupid.
It
It's
was
so stupid. It's so stupid. And then at the end, where Clark's
It
supposed to be
was.
sad and emotional and intense, and he,
Yeah.
and he
Tom
looks,
Walling's not the best actor in the world.
he looks at the back of that car with Lana in it and looks at it as if it's the most dull lecture being given on protoplasmic physics by
pretty
some
interesting, to be fair.
70-year-old
It does.
bloke that is on OAP pension lists, and it's just like, oh my God, kill me.
I don't think Matt's able to see the nuance of
No,
Clark
I'm
Kent.
not, because there isn't any.
There's
you
a lot of
know,
nuance to Clark Kent.
you know what? You're right. Matt does not have a high enough IQ to get the intelligence of the jokes in Smallville.
I am not looking
It's
at the show from the
really-
correct perspective to see the
You
true
need really
artistry
high IQ
behind this
to
show.
watch Smallville.
Hmm?
I don't know the rest of the coffee pasta. I'm sorry, I can't do the conversion.
Oh,
It's just,
just bring it up next
anyone,
time.
I hope that people agree with me that just you watch 5 minutes of this show and you just want to start clawing your own brain out.
So I'm gonna throw a recommendation of Smallville season 6. I think it's episode
Do
11, which is
people in the-
Crimson.
oh, okay.
Do
I was
I
gonna-
want to know what happens
say,
in this
don't-
episode? Do
No,
I?
you've seen it. I showed you it earlier, which is so the episode.
Oh
is,
wait, sorry, is that the episode you
Lois is under
showed?
the effect of a love potion, and Clark has.
Oh, it's
He's
just,
now under the effect of red kryptonite.
oh,
so
it's
They're
so
both
bad.
sort of in love.
It's so stupid.
It's so even you just describing it. How did this get past any production meeting where they were
Because
like,
it was hilarious.
So Lois is going to be kind of under the influence of a love potion, and Clark's going to get poisoned by red kryptonite, so he's going to kind of go crazy.
Honestly,
I'm going to get a headache.
The scene Josh is
just
about to
Talking
refer to, I
about
think,
this show is going to give me a headache.
like when I think of Superman, this is not what I imagine at all.
Yes,
This is so far from
Let
it.
me give some context to this scene. So, Clark was about to sleep with Lois, but saw
Of
the
course.
invitation to the engagement dinner in Oliver Queen's flat. Go
What?
with it. This is where they're trying to
What?
have sex. So,
I'm sorry, what?
yeah, you weren't here when I explained this. They're almost having sex when he sees this. So Red Kryptonite removes Clark Kent's inhibitions. So he will do the thing he most wants to do at that moment.
Oh my god.
So instead of having sex with I think Erica Durant's Lois Lane, he decides, I'm going to go and ruin Lex Luthor's engagement dinner.
And then
This
we
is
cut to the clip that we've seen, which is just it's
It is
so
the
bad.
perfect scene.
He is actually
It's so cringy.
You like him in that scene, don't you, Josh?
It's
he is
so
actually
cringy.
like in love with Lois Lane at this point, isn't he?
No.
He isn't.
Kind of doesn't like it very much, but this is where,
Oh, okay, that
this is where
makes a
she
bit more
starts to fall in
sense.
love with him, and he realizes that he's in love with her, and then they get together in season 8.
Literally, the amount of awkwardness
Okay.
felt by like I felt in that scene. Just I can't even imagine what it must have been on set to film that. Just oh my god, it's so bad. I hope people can sense just through my voice how I just have this deep sense of just loathing for this series.
Smallville with Matt's Bing Bong theory.
It is. Yeah, fine. Yeah, sure. Let's do it that way. You can do what you want to Bing Bong theory.
Oh.
I will reserve my hatred for Smallville.
I'm now thinking of what I'd rather watch, and I don't
He'd rather
know.
watch Smallville. Go on,
I
admit
think
it.
No.
purely
100%,
because I
I'd rather
haven't
watch,
seen Smallville before.
I'd rather watch even late series Bing Bong theory than I would Smallville.
No,
That's how much
You
I
are
hate
so
it.
wrong.
I'd rather watch Smallville at this point.
No.
Because then at least Smallville is like
No. Do you know why?
comically bad.
No. Do you know
It's
why?
not even
Do you know
comically
why?
bad all the time. There are some
No.
genuinely good, heartfelt episodes in there, but like,
No. Do you know why?
That's
Do you know
just
why?
so
pull on your
confusing.
emotional heartstrings.
No. This is the one fact I will tell you that is ultimately convincing why I would rather watch an episode of Bing Bong than I would Smallville. Lewis, how long is an episode of
Oh, this is
Smallville?
true.
Oh, a solid hour, yeah, for 40 minutes.
Yeah, Josh, how long is a Bing Bong episode?
It's around 20 minutes.
I rest my case.
Yeah.
It's a good argument. It's compelling.
Unless you
only
tell me I have to watch two.
suffer for half as long.
You see, you suffer for half as long, but be honest, Josh. You want to
Is
see
it it's
Clark
double
Kent
as worse.
fabricate a leather jacket and bust into a room and insult every major character
don't
in there.
remind
It's
me of the
pretty good.
scene. It's so bad.
He looks like he knows what he's doing is wrong as well, though. That's what really
It
got
almost
me.
looks like he knows how stupid he looks.
It looks like he was
Like, I
like
also-
a little scared animal backed in the corner and just raging about it.
What I also love is
Oh.
that clearly on set they thought, listen, guys, okay, so Clark's been corrupted by red kryptonite. So we need to clearly advertise to the viewers that Clark has gone bad. How do we do that? Guys, I got the answer.
Turn him
Leather
into-
jackets.
Turn him into Dark Kent. Oh, God,
No. Do
God,
nothing
I
else
couldn't
to
say
him.
it.
Do nothing else to him. Just leather jacket.
I was going to say Dark
That's it.
Kent.
That is what you said. You got it right.
I'm going to cut that out.
No, you
the
are
part
not.
and then the
You
part
are
where I
not.
say I'm going to cut that out, and then this part, and then this part, and then okay,
You could do this forever.
I could.
Now it's just
Damn
going to
it!
be 2
Now I
hours
have to
of this.
leave it in because it's gone. Oh,
Oh,
I
it's
realised-
unfortunate,
You're
isn't
welcome,
it?
Josh.
I really screwed myself over here.
Yeah,
now
you
everyone's
kind of
going to
have.
see how much of a dumbass I am.
So yeah, season
Yeah.
6, episode 11. Actually,
Yeah.
that might be Justice. Basically, what's Justice and Crimson in that series? It's pretty good episode.
Only if you want to hurt yourself.
Well, no,
for
just
an
just-
hour,
just a
which
big
is
episode.
basically what it feels like you're doing to your brain when you watch it. If you want to
There was
reduce your IQ level, then go ahead.
There was that time in season 4 where Lana was possessed by her ancient ancestor, who was a witch.
Lewis, do you realise how stupid you sound when you describe these episodes?
It is,
Do
it
you
is apparently the
realise?
worst plot in the entire series, and I can't disagree. It was pretty
No
bad.
kidding.
That was only one episode, though. The rest of the plot was about like Kryptonian stones of power, which was also pretty
that's
bad.
way better.
It
That's
still
way
sounds
better.
bad. That both of those things just really. I mean, okay, the Kryptonian stones of power maybe like that kind of fits in, but witches in Superman?
To be fair,
Well, it kind of makes
doesn't.
sense simply because the only reason that would make sense is because obviously the ultimate weakness, apart from kryptonite for Superman, is the fact that he is not immune to magic. Hence why you can have someone like Mixus Pidlick in the series.
but he's
Well,
not
in the
magic.
comics,
He's just
sorry.
fifth dimensional.
Why does
Really?
magic
I
have to
thought
be?
Mixus Pidlick was magic.
No, he's a fifth dimensional imp.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Why does magic have to be a thing that's included in? What?
Because Constantine is like the best thing in DC.
You also
Okay,
have
I'm not
Shazam.
familiar.
He's cool. He's
You
like a
have Shazam.
dumb magician, but he's cunning. He's not
Yeah,
the
but you have
best magician. He's not the smartest magician, but you wouldn't want to fight him because he's cunning. This is a Batman thing that he says.
Okay.
Wow. But you also do have Shazam, which I believe you said, Lewis, is the person that it could probably definitely kill Superman.
There are loads of people who can kill Superman. It's just none of them are Batman.
Well, I mean, he could kill Superman without kryptonite.
I mean, you could kill Superman with kryptonite too. They're not mutually exclusive.
No, but it's just to show his power.
Yeah, I mean, he just electrocutes him. Like Superman's not immune to it, so
Superman's not immune to electricity.
it's
Magical
magic.
electricity.
Oh, of course.
Because Shazam's magical.
Yeah, he's blessed by gods.
He can also just
Multiple of
say,
them.
"Oh, I just wish Superman to die." It's magic. There we go. He's dead.
Yeah, but he can't do that. But he can.
Well, yeah,
cast
he can't.
spells.
I was going to say, can he cast spells?
Yeah, he can.
Bibbidi babbidi boop. Superman is dead now.
Bibbidi babbidi boop, Batman, I don't know, bibbidi babbidi boop, Superman, I officially turn you to poop.
Yeah. And then what's he gonna do? He's only a super poop now.
The man of poop.
The man of poop.
He's not the man of steel anymore.
You know
So that
what?
was our weekly Smallville update.
I prefer to watch that show rather than Smallville. The man of poop. It sounds more interesting.
I don't think you would. I think if. All right, here's my suggestion, Josh.
Look,
I think you
it's
should.
the
no.
heartwarming tale about a guy made of poop overcoming his struggles.
I'm gonna
Of
make
being
you
oppressed
I'm gonna
by
make you
society for being a
deal.
poop.
How about that?
Sorry?
If this podcast that we are currently doing
Yes.
gets, that's like nice lowball estimate.
100,000 likes.
That's way too high. I was gonna say
Oh.
like 10,000 views.
Okay, that's fair. I'll settle
That's
for
an
that.
actual challenge.
I love how that actually demonstrates the kind of difference in how well we think this is going to go between the two of you. Like, Lewis is like, maybe we can get 10,000 total views in a little while.
Well-
Josh is like, let's get this video to 100,000 likes.
Well, you see, what I did there is I exaggerated it for comedic effect.
So
Sure,
10,000
sure, you
likes.
definitely did that.
I don't think this is actually going to get that popular.
No, they don't.
I'd-
Which is why I'm
I'd
happy
be
making this
happy-
bet because you'll be happy to make this bet too.
I'd be happy if we had like a classroom full of viewers.
So if
Specifically, just all of them in a classroom watching, like
Yeah.
on a projector.
Oh yeah, it has to be like
Okay,
I-
children, so watch carefully. This is how you make yourself look like an absolute idiot in under 2 hours on the internet.
it would preferably be like a history class because I know that
yeah,
really.
And this is how their
learning
lives
much
went
interesting.
to absolute misery.
No offense, Matt.
Josh, 10,000
Yeah.
views.
10,000 views.
If we do it, you have to
By-
watch one
by-
episode of
by how
Smallville
long?
per week, so that
Per
you can
week.
give your
Oh my
opinion
God.
on it.
Oh,
every
I'm so
episode.
glad I didn't get involved in this.
Oh, you're doing it too. If Josh says it, you do it.
Oh, hell no.
You have to.
Yeah, you
If
have
I-
to.
No, if
It'll be a
I,
spoiler spot.
I
It's one a week.
But how would I even watch it?
for
I mean,
how
you-
long?
Pirate? Don't pirate. Do you not pirate any of our shows? Pirate it? You have a Prime subscription.
Yeah.
I think I do.
It's on Prime.
Fine.
You're a student. You get cheap Prime as well.
Yeah, exactly. And just use your
parents.
Okay, fine. If we get to 10,000 views,
Total.
Josh and I will...
Over all of our episodes?
No, this episode.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure you want this episode to be the one that we keep sending people back to?
Yeah, no,
you see, it's a ploy to make it so that this doesn't happen. Because no one's going to go back to this episode.
It's a good point. I will bring it up every week, by the way. It is like a goal of mine.
Let's do it. Let's do it. If this video gets to 10,000 views, Josh and I will have to go and watch...
I will rewatch the series.
You already do that.
Yes, but some of the episodes
Okay, gentlemen, here's the deal. If this video gets to 10,000 likes...
No, not likes, views.
Sorry, not likes, views. I meant
3,000 views, as you were beginning to say.
If this video gets to 10,000 views... I'm stating it for the record here. If this video gets to 10,000 views, Josh, Lewis, and I will convene once a week to watch one god-awful episode of Smallville, just so we can talk about it the following week, and I can continue to rant about how rubbish this show is.
Honestly,
I can't wait until Matt starts to like the show.
I'd like if we actually did convene to watch it, like we all get in the call and watch it at the same time.
I mean, we could. I don't think it would be too hard.
No.
We meet up every week for prep, so we'll just do it then.
Yeah.
That would
make it bearable.
Now. Instead of prepping for of we're ending up going to watch just an hour.
That is prep for the podcast. We'll prep for the podcast and then we'll watch the episode.
It will be prep. I can just imagine like Josh being called up and it's like, Josh, come down for dinner. Can't, Mum, I'm prepping for the podcast. Josh, you're watching Smallville. Yeah, I'm prepping.
I know. It's a terrible fate, but I have to do it.
Sorry, Mum, I'm so busy right now.
Tell me you wouldn't want to watch Smallville once a week for a job.
I mean, yeah.
If that was the only thing I had to do and I got paid like a livable wage, then sure.
I'd take that up in a heartbeat.
I can't promise a livable wage.
I
can promise Chinese sweatshop factory wages, but I can't exactly promise livable ones.
Doesn't look like we have a deal then. I mean, if I'm not getting like paid at least £20,000 a year, I mean,
you want 20k to watch Smallville a year?
Look, a lot of that is just going to be going back into like hospitals, just in fees.
Hospital bills.
Yeah,
I'm so excited for this to not happen.
I live in the UK.
But we get a lot of free am I going to try and make this happen?
I know, this is the worry now I can see this happening now. Lewis is going to just keep referencing back to this episode every single goddamn week.
But when was the last time you saw me have a purpose in life?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe all the time, especially whenever I challenge you to something that you want to happen and I don't, which is kind of exactly what's happening now.
I have to add on two things to this.
That's like ideal. This is a goal.
I have two things to add to this deal now. One.
Well, hold on.
No.
We're caveating it now?
No one said me and Matt can't make demands.
You couldn't make suggestions, but if I consider them reasonable, I feel like I get to alter the deal here.
This is perfectly reasonable.
Why do I feel like this is some sort of hostage negotiation? Now listen, we'll only do the 10,000 view thing if you let us go.
Alright, what are the two conditions, Josh?
Well, okay. One is a suggestion, the other is a must.
Mamu, I've come to bargain.
The suggestion was that, Matt starts watching My Hero Academia once a week.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Okay, sure, yeah.
I'm really afraid. I think I know what this last one's going to be.
Yeah. The episodes are much shorter. They're more interesting. And there's only like 22.
Fine. I will watch one episode. You have to do it with me.
Of Evangelion. Yeah. I will watch the episodes with you.
Okay, all right, we're good. I'll do it.
Did you think it was something else for a second?
Yes.
What did you think it was?
These are the official conditions, yes?
What? Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were going to say Big Bang Theory.
Oh, no, I'm not putting myself through that.
No, yes. Yes.
We've made an agreement.
I'm sorry. If I'm going to have to watch Smallville, you're watching Bing Bong Theory.
No, it's not happening. I've already made my deal here.
No, that's so good, though. That is so good.
That's how it works.
I've made my deal.
That's how this works. If we
made
get
a
to
deal with me.
10,000...
You didn't make a deal with Matt.
No, this works now. No. I'm sorry, this works. We can both advertise this video in the future now. If we get to 10,000 views on this video, Lewis and Josh and I will have to watch a collective episode of Bing Bong Theory and Smallville each.
Wait, no, hang on. That means every week we're watching one episode of Smallville, one episode of Bing Bong Theory, one My Hero Academia, and
no, it's just going to be Matt watching My Hero Academia.
Yeah, it's just me watching My Hero Academia.
It will probably be easier because it's probably not worth us like jumping in and explaining random things if he asks questions.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But I feel like I want to watch either with you.
We are definitely doing it that way, though, Lewis. Because God help me, if I'm going through the pain of watching Smallville, then you sure as hell are going to be watching Bing Bong Theory.
Hang on. I'm so used to typing Bing Bong Theory, I actually have a hard time writing Bing Bang Theory.
He's coded himself.
Language.
He's brainwashed himself into actually retitling the show.
Oh, God. Hang on. I actually think we will finish Smallville before Big Bang Theory. Just because of how many episodes there are.
I don't actually know how many episodes there are.
Yeah, like 12
it would take us an extra
it
would take us an extra year of Big Bang Theory.
Oh my God!
I will watch 2 a week. I will watch an equal number of Smallville and Big Bang Theory a week.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
You brought this upon yourself.
Because watching 40 minutes and watching, like, I would rather watch it in, like, a compressed fashion as opposed to, like, over like, 8 years.
Yeah, but we probably wouldn't go for 8 years.
Yeah, but if we did, you know, I would rather provide better content now and not have to watch it in 8 years.
That's fair, I guess.
Oh, that's great.
Although
I love how that wasn't even planned. We just agreed to that now. But this is great, though, because now I can hark back to this episode too with the exact amount of pain. Well, yeah, exactly. And now I can have the exact same sort of gasp of just moaning pain come out of Lewis as I do when he mentions Smallville, which I'm going to have to create.
I feel like I've got a pretty good deal here.
If we're doing Bing Bong Theory, I'm going to have to create a name for Smallville because I'm not calling it that.
But that's the name.
How about
Big Bang Theory?
Yeah, but it's dumb. Big Bang Theory is like an unfunny show. Smallville's unapologetically hilarious.
No, it isn't. It's rubbish.
Yeah, it's terrible, but it's amazing.
No. It's not terrible on the, oh, it's funny terrible line. It's terrible is in the, oh my God, why am I burning my eye sockets with this on the screen kind of line.
I mean...
You with me on this.
Look, the entire show is going to be like that.
No, a lot of the show is going to be like pointless teen drama. I'm sorry, but it is.
Oh, great, and I love that.
Yeah, this Lana stuff. So the episode I showed them was The Promise. It was the last 5 minutes of it.
Even the title of the episode sounds stupid.
Well, it was a wedding.
The Promise.
What do you want? They promise to be together forever. It's a wedding.
It still sounds like just. Well, yeah, you said it. Teen drama.
Yeah, it is, right? So the episode ends with some like Klarna stuff, right? The relationship between Clark and Lana.
I like that you've got a ship name now.
It's not a ship. It's the official ship name.
He's done ship names. I'm done. I don't care if it's the official ship name. I'm done.
You got to use it.
You got to use it.
No,
so
use
this Klarna
it.
Stuff
I'm going to use it.
It starts in the first episode of season 1 and it ends in like season 7.
Oh my God! Kill me! Kill me!
Okay, so just so the people listening know, that's 20 episodes per season.
Yeah.
At 40 minutes each.
Yeah, yes.
That's
insane. That's longer than actual relationships.
Guys, please. I want to reconsider. Can I bargain? Numamu, I've come to bargain. I want to reconsider. Guys, I can't do this. I can't put myself through this. You can't make me.
No, this is going to be an endless an endless cycle of hell, just like he had to go through.
Why?
This is the bargain.
Why? Why did I agree to this? Why?
Because you thought you getting me to watch Big Bang Theory was better than you watching Smallville.
I
But
think
you
it
haven't
is.
And now I
considered-
realise how much of a stupid idea that was.
You haven't considered that I can watch Big Bang Theory
no.
and laugh at it, and I will probably get into the relationship stuff because it's going to be insanely dumb.
It is.
Not Clark and Lara and just the teen drama stuff is going to kill me.
I'm going to be fine with it, honestly.
Josh,
I bet you
you're
will
going to
be.
sit there with me, and you're going to sit there and be like, that wasn't bad watching. I mean, it wasn't particularly good, but it was pretty okay.
I feel like
I
I
could
probably
watch-
will.
I'm just going to be crying with insanity in the corner.
So, just
Me
just
and
so
Lance will
everyone's
just be
aware,
having a pleasant discussion.
Enjoy
about
my,
Smallville.
enjoy my coherent sentences whilst you can hear them, because I won't be coming out with them much longer.
so just so everyone is aware here, Matt doesn't like me talking about Smallville on the podcast. You know,
If that isn't evident already.
it's evident, right?
Even though we've talked about it for like half an hour.
I'm not sure if that's become clear or not, but just so we can point that out.
So Matt has now just signed up to talk about Smallville once a week for about 219 weeks.
Okay, we have to get 10,000 views first.
Oh, Josh, I'm gonna get us 10,000 views.
It's
I
going to
would
be
like if you
Lewis's
do that.
life goal.
That would be great.
Lewis, what's the point of your existence right now? To get this video to 10,000 views, just so I can
10,000.
worship in the misery that is going to be spewing out
I'm
of me
gonna post this on every
after
subreddit
that.
that's related to Superman, Big Bang Theory. And
Oh, no.
I'm gonna see if I can cheese the system. It will have like 1,000 dislikes and no likes, but it will have 10,000 views.
I think I'm underestimating
bots.
Lewis's ambition to try to create as much pain for me as possible.
See, this benefits us though, Matt, because we're part of this podcast.
It
gets
benefits
10,000
you.
views,
I
that's
have to be
pretty
the
good.
one that has to wallow in the just pit of my own misery watching this show.
I'll be
Matt's a
watching the
football
same
fan.
show you are.
He's prepared for disappointment.
Look, we're all going
To
to be
be fair,
watching it
I
at
am
the
an
same
Ars-
time.
to be fair, I am an Arsenal fan,
Yeah,
so I have
I'm gonna
been
get
used
to
to
mock the
misery.
show. I know where it's all going.
Oh, it's going to be great because
Oh my god!
Lewis,
There are some
Lewis
really
can,
bad ones that I'm gonna hate watching.
Yeah,
If Lewis is going to hate watching them, what am I going to be?
Because they're interesting like once, but once you
That's
know
true.
the gimmick, you're like, oh, okay.
okay.
I hope you're all happy.
It probably
I hope
would
you're
be.
all happy with this. Also, I hope you're happy, person watching this that's getting it to higher than 10,000 views. I hope you're happy with yourself. I hope you sleep well at night.
Hey, person
They
who's
probably
watching
do.
this, person who's listening to this and helping get the video to 10,000 views. Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Share it with your friends and family
Share it with your friends and family.
and your grandma.
If you would like to hear Matt despair some more, I would appreciate it. Christmas presents and all, it's season of giving.
I will find you in your sleep.
Nah.
Why do I need to be asleep for you to find me?
I don't know, so I
'Cause then
can
you're
wake you
stationary.
and see the just sheer look of
Am I?
terror in your face as you
But
realise
he
what you've
sleeps
made me
when I'm
become.
awake. There's no conceivable way that Matt could find me while I was asleep.
I mean,
Oh my god. The thing is, though, is now I feel like this is going to happen.
Yeah, it's like Sod's Law, right? Like, we don't think it's
Yeah,
going to happen.
it
so
is
gonna
Sod's
happen.
Law. It's like this podcast is going to come out of nothing, and this podcast episode is going to get over 10,000 just because people like watching people in pain.
Yeah, for
and I have to
10,000
be
you bet.
and I have to be the butt of that joke.
You're not above that.
okay, you're saying this is like a bad thing. 10,000 views is like a decent amount of views.
And
Yeah,
also,
if it wasn't for the thing that's going alongside it.
and also,
Wait,
you
are we
get to make
talking
your friend
cumulative
happy.
views? Like on all platforms combined?
All platforms combined is fine.
Also, screw your happiness, Lewis. I ain't doing this for your happiness.
Why not? I'm nothing
Because
but
why
nice
would
to
you? I'm sorry. So, what if you cared about my happiness?
I made this podcast with you.
And now you've made me watch Smallville
I
because
let
of
you
this.
have the outro. This is a fair trade.
Sorry, so hang on. So let me get this straight. So the concession is I have to watch Smallville, a show that I hate, and in return,
You
Lewis
don't know that you
agrees
hate
to.
it. You just know that you don't like it.
I think I'm going.
That's,
I think I'm going to grow to hate it the
It's
more I
generally
watch it.
inoffensive. I don't think you're going to hate it. It's like Bing Bong Theory, right? Like, it has no jokes, but it's not a comedy. So it actually gets to... Actually, I would argue that it has more jokes than Big Bang Theory. I'm just throwing it out there.
Smallville.
Per episode, yeah, I think it's got...
Well, it certainly won't have
per
it.
minute, I reckon it has more jokes.
Well, it certainly won't have as much edited clapping and cheering in it.
No, it's completely silent. It's great.
Also, I do love how it's filmed in front of a live audience, and yet they still put edited laughs in.
It's because no one was laughing in the audience.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they definitely have laughter in the audience.
Oh, they do,
They
but
probably-
not
they
as
just-
often. Literally, listen, I like Big Bang Theory, especially the early stuff. I'll watch it. It's all right. It's fine.
The
It's not the
early
greatest
stuff
stuff in the
is-
world,
is
but it was
okay.
fine. Honestly, I do agree with Lewis that it definitely stagnated as it went on. Probably
That's never been my opinion.
Season 6, I would say,
Your
is when it
opinion
started
was
to
that
really
it's all
start to lose
bad.
its appeal.
Yeah, my opinion
But
is that it's all bad.
If you watch late Big Bang Theory, especially, just try to do a drinking game. Do a
you do
drinking
know that you're
game
going to have
of.
to watch Late Big Bang Theory, right?
I know. Do a
just
drinking
making sure
game
you're
of
on the same
every
page
time
as me.
they do it. Do a drinking game of every time they do an edited in laugh in an episode, and you will definitely be completely on the floor unconscious by the end of it.
Drink when you think there may have been a joke.
It's a good thing I'm sober then.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, that's a great way to go throughout the night sober.
Yeah.
So,
Fine.
it's fine, Matt.
I have
I've
conceded
been
the
happy
future,
laughing
the
at
future
you,
part
and
of my life
you're
to just
miserable.
misery.
You're miserable at the moment. I can feel it. So let's get on to something I'm miserable about. Saints Row.
Yeah. Let's change the misery in terms of mine to Lewis's.
Had I beaten Saints Row last week?
Yeah. So Lewis, Saints Row 4, how you feeling?
Terrible.
As terrible as I am about the future prospect of Smallville?
Maybe worse. So
Jesus Christ, that must be bad.
just to catch some people up if they've missed the last 2 episodes, which you shouldn't. They're very good, but watch this one more actually. Just stay at 10,000 views.
No reason. No reason.
So Saints Row 4 has... I'm playing it with a friend of ours that we will call Pet Ben for the sake of privacy.
But that is his name.
That is his name. So Pet Ben and I have been playing through this game that is notoriously buggy and crashy. I'm sorry.
This is how bad it is. It is so bad, and it is
really-
so
it
such
got to us.
anger in Lewis that he has voided
It's
him of
it's
all
just-
logical sentences.
I'm just shocked, honestly.
It's just a big ball of hate.
It's like his brain can't even compute out the kind of fever and anger that he wants to spew out in response to this game.
No, I've calmed down from last week when I really had
Have
to
you?
go on.
Have
this.
you really?
Yeah. So I think last week we gave up in like part 2 of the final missions. So there's 3 missions leading up to the end. There's part 1, which you can do with one of 3 teams. Part 2, which is 1 of 2. You can't use the same one as before. And the final mission is just the leftover team. And then you fight the final boss, and that's the end of the game. Standard stuff.
That seems fairly simple.
So part 1, if you finish it, you cannot complete it.
What?
You will hit the end of the... I think I spoke about this last week, did I not?
I've forgotten, probably.
No, all I remember from you talking about Saints Row 4 last week was just the amount of sensors that Josh had to put in
Yes.
when you were talking about it, because you just became just completely enraged when talking about it.
So
It was 2.
So the
You're
final...
welcome, Josh, for having to work all of that.
So
Those 2 sensors took like 17 hours to put in.
Yeah, it's why that we had to release all 3 at once, because it's just so much editing on that last episode really slowed us
So
down for
much.
episode 3. It isn't
Yeah.
because Apple requires you to have 3 podcasts out before you're allowed to do it.
Definitely not that.
Thanks,
So-
Apple.
Thanks, Apple. Hey, thanks for hosting us. So the final mission, so the first mission of the final part of Saints Row 4 is you just you take a key to a place and you run it through like a simulation rift. It's like a bog standard to shoot stuff. If you get to the end in co-op, you'll be in an infinite loading screen, and the only way to finish it is to have your co-op partner who isn't hosting leave, then you go through, well, then you hit restart, and you'll be at the start of the next mission. You then save and re-invite your co-op partner, and that's the only... Sorry, you then save, leave, then start a new instance and invite them in from the menu so that you both start simultaneously. Otherwise, you will infinitely load again.
So, completing the mission with both of you still in the game causes an infinite loading loop.
You cannot go from mission 1 to mission 2 in the same instance. It will not let you.
Why?
This seems
With
like
the
a
co-op
very,
partner.
very helpfully structured game. The creation of this game seems to be it seems to have been done by a very professional team.
Was this the thing that was caused by the hair?
I'll get to that.
Okay,
So-
'cause that's so dumb.
The second part of the missions is you have to open a bunch of portals and destabilize the simulation so that you can sort of crash it and you can go and fight the final boss. That's the premise.
Hmm.
So you do this by going to a location, you kill 10 enemies, and then you wait for a minute, and then you do it again at another location, you kill 10 enemies, you wait a minute and a half, and then you do it again, you kill 10 enemies, wait 2 minutes, and then you run to the exit. That's the mission.
Cool.
It's not very interesting. It kind of sucks.
Doesn't sound it.
So you do the first one, you're like, oh, this is pretty easy, pretty good. Pretty boring, though. We were pretty overpowered by that point because we had all of our upgrades. There's no challenge in
Sure.
the game. So we finish the second point. I crash. I just freeze. So we do it again. Back to the same point. I crash and freeze. So we do it again. I don't go to that location. I stay away from it, I think. There's something nearby. Must be causing me to crash. I won't look at it. We're fine. So Pep then goes to the final location. He crashes. So now we're sitting there. We just quit for the day. We've given up. But I did a bit of digging about, because Gas Out of Hell, I think, is built on the same engine. So
Okay.
there seems to be an issue if you use DLC hair in Gas Out of Hell, it causes freezes and crashes.
Right.
That's
So?
it's that doesn't make any sense. Why would hair cause?
So we changed the hair. We didn't.
Okay.
We did the mission again. We didn't crash. We did the third
Cool.
part, and we beat the game. We didn't crash again.
Okay,
So it all seems good, right?
You would have thought.
think, yeah.
So we're demoralized. It's been a rough couple of weeks
Yeah.
playing Saints Row. We think it can't get too much worse. So we start with DLC.
Oh no, why do I
Do the
feel
first
like
three
this
parts.
isn't going to
So
go
we do the
well?
first 2 parts of Enter the Dominatrix. Not too bad. Seems pretty stable. We think we're solved. We do the race mission that is required to progress.
Uh
Pepman crashes.
huh. There it
Okay.
goes.
But you think, okay, it's fine. 'Cause
Oh
we're,
dear.
we're getting close to the end. So we boot it up again, and you run back through. We get to the very, very end. I finish the mission. Pepman crashes. Game closes. Not even a freeze. Right? So he hasn't completed the mission. This is
Again.
where our playthrough has currently stopped. He's given up.
He's
He's
lost the
quit.
will to live.
Pepman's
He's
given up.
lost the will to continue through. There is 8 more missions in the game. He
Oh my
refuses
God.
to do them. So, to anyone who's listening at Volition, or if anyone knows anyone who worked on Saints Row 4, you have demoralized someone into not playing your game.
Oh,
How do you feel about yourself? I hope you go home and sleep well at night.
poor Pet Ben.
Poor Pepman. So I don't know how we're going to progress with this. This was today. He decided this. So you may decide to pick it up later, but he's not known for commitment.
Almost as much as I am.
Yeah. So I want to meet the person who was like the project leader on Saints Row 4.
I
And
don't think
just
they want
ask
to meet
him
you.
some genuine questions because they're making a Saints Row 5.
Where they are?
That's
What's
okay.
what's your hope level for that game at, Lewis?
I'll play it.
Yeah?
That's pretty good.
Better have a borderless window option, and it shouldn't pause every time I pause it in co-op. But you know, 'cause that was a dumb
Does it?
design decision for no apparent reason.
It
Simple things.
it
Simple
has
things.
it syncs the pause.
Yep. It has a
Why?
sync to pause
Why?
just to be awkward.
Of course.
Oh, and it's frame rate dependent. So if my frame rate's 120 and your frame rate's 60,
that's
I will
brilliant.
glitch around the place because I'm apparently moving twice as fast as you, but not. It won't know where I am on your screen. And enemies will be in different places. One person won't be able to shoot them. I had to gimp my settings just to be able to play with Petbed.
This game sounds incredible.
That's really stupid.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
There's no words for it.
Oh, I'm just getting aggravated now.
Yeah.
See, Lewis is now almost sounding like me.
The red mist is descending.
It is descending.
I think it's descended.
And choking on hate.
You need that red ring?
What red ring?
Because you ain't wanting a green ring or a yellow ring.
I'm confused.
So
Green Lantern reference.
What did he say?
I don't know Green Lantern though.
Oh, Green Lantern. Okay.
Green Jay.
I have high willpower, Matt. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
You know, I think I'd get a Blue Lantern ring.
What does blue symbolize?
I'm pretty sure it's hope. And I, much to many people's disagreement, am an optimist.
Is there one that symbolizes apathy?
That's up for debate.
I like to think I'm an optimist.
Is there one that symbolizes apathy?
No.
I don't know how many there are, actually, to be honest.
Am I using that word correctly?
Isn't the ultimate powered one white?
Something like that.
I don't know what they symbolize either, but...
Oh, apparently hope is the most powerful light. It's more powerful than will.
Really? What colour is it? Blue.
Pardon?
What colour is it?
Blue.
Interesting.
This is why the Flash has a blue ring, because I think Barry Allen, man full of hope.
Sure.
I imagine he'd be a pretty positive guy.
He is a pretty positive guy. You know, until he died that one time.
Well, of course, yeah. Well, that will bum anyone out.
It would.
Yeah. People don't tend to be that happy when they're dying.
No. I can't imagine why you... Well...
You'd be pretty bummed out that day.
I guess if I had to watch, like, all of Smallville, I wouldn't mind so much.
Okay, Josh, I would like you to decide which of these rings you fit into.
Okay.
Life, rage, avarice, fear,
what is
willpower,
avarice?
Hope, compassion, love, or death. Avarice is like, let's see exactly what it defines it as. In terms of it represents greed, harnessed by those whose greed knows no bounds.
So go through them again.
But I need this written down because I can't hold that many words in memory.
Okay, I'll put them in our joint Google Doc, I guess. Maybe.
Oh.
We'll see. Apparently, it's not letting me. Thanks for.
We have a
Discord.
Discord.
Oh, we don't have a Discord.
You're right. Okay. We don't have a Discord.
Okay, so there's life.
We can just hear each other's minds.
That's close enough for avarice. Fear, will, hope, love, compassion, death. That's not how you spell
compassion.
Okay,
what it says powered by life? What exactly does that mean?
I don't know. It's not.
Are you alive? Congratulations, you qualify.
Thing. It was just, yeah. It comes from all living things. So they have so far, no ring wielders seem to have control over the ring itself, but do the bidding of the life entity. So I don't think you're picking life.
See, this is why I said apathy before, because I don't really have a strong any of these.
That would be black, I guess. It's emotionless.
But no, I mean, yeah, I guess that fits. Like, I wouldn't say I'm an enraged person. I'm not.
No, black is death.
Josh is definitely not.
No, I'm going through the list.
It's difficult to get emotional responses out of him to begin with, let alone getting him enraged.
Yeah.
Look, there are some shows that get emotional responses out of me.
Well, name some. Go on.
Do it. Just do it.
Okay. Why? That always happens. Anytime the pressure is on, I'm just like, words. And
I thought he was going to say Smallville.
All I'm going to say is My Hero Academia gets me.
the new season. The new season is like it's getting me.
I think the new season is going to hit me harder than any other, but it hasn't hit me yet.
It hit me.
It's hit me a bit. Wait, spoilers for My Hero Academia season 4.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, Matt will forget, I guess. It'll be ages. We need to get 10,000 views before he starts watching.
Yeah, exactly. None at the moment.
That's the scene where like the girl runs into and bumps into Midoriya. Like that whole scene is like,
doesn't get me too much.
That scene got me because I was like,
where he was talking to All Might about the thing that Night Eye saw in his thing. That got me a bit more.
Okay. Yeah, that was also it's good. It's good.
I'm looking forward to the episode that comes out tomorrow.
Oh, it does. It does.
Yeah.
The show that did spring to mind though was Your Lie in April. That was the first show that sprung to mind.
Okay. I did not get really got by this show.
I did.
A little bit got.
I knew it was going
to be sad.
Super sad.
People kept saying, "Oh, the letter's the sad part of that show." I disagree. I think it's the final performance.
The final performance is like off.
That's
the letter is sad as well. God damn it! Now I'm remembering it, and I'm now feeling sad.
I don't think I could watch that show again.
I don't know if I could.
It's really sad.
That took a few days for me to feel normal.
I watched. It took me a day to feel normal after watching that because I finished it in about 2-ish days.
Holy crap, that's awful.
It is an emotional roller coaster.
Because you would have just like been completely engulfed by the show.
Yeah, it was it's pretty much all I watched during that time.
Yeah.
I binged, maybe apparent. Given that I've watched 6 seasons of Smallville in about 4 weeks.
You know, I did that with the abridged version of Sword Art Online.
It's really good.
I watched that in a day, and then I was sad that there was no more because they just started the new arc. Yeah, it's really good though.
I don't like the new arc as much. I think the first arc is really good.
The abridged version, to clarify.
The abridged version. I will not condone the second arc of Sword Art Online in any shape or form.
Or what about the first arc?
And the first arc doesn't have as much sexual predator nature things going on, you know? There isn't the main character at the end doesn't try and sexually assault one of the characters. So I'm fine saying it's okay to like the first arc.
Sorry, I zoned out for a minute then, but when you said sexual predator stuff, I was like, excuse me?
Just wait until the end of... Do not watch the actual show, Josh. Just wait until the end of this arc, and you will understand why.
By the time I'm 50, I'm sure I'll know what happens in this next arc.
And we'll definitely have been doing the podcast long enough so that we can talk about it at that age.
You know what else we'll know? We'll know what's outside the main continent in Hunter x Hunter.
No,
by that time,
the author is going to. I'm going to be dead by the time the next chapter comes out.
The author will have he'll be part of the singularity, you know.
The best part of that is we already know what's in the Dark Continent.
Oh, has he written the chapters for that stuff?
It's chimeras and big trees and other really powerful creatures.
yeah, but we've only seen the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how they're going to handle that kind of power creep, though, because Meruem was sort of top tier, best of the best, killed the most powerful Nen user in existence. Spoilers for Hunter. It's old though. You should have seen it by now. Sorry, Matt.
I actually saw some clips of the original anime. I didn't realize there was a there's an anime rendition. Before,
yeah, it's older. It has different themes, I think.
It really didn't look too good. It's animated really much nicer in the new. I guess it's not new, but the newest one.
Yeah, God, I hope we get a new season at some point. It's been 5 years since the last one. The worst part is, I'm kind of annoyed that there's no more Hunter x Hunter. I finished that series about a year ago, or probably less actually. I watched it over the Christmas break. So, like 10, 11 months?
Yeah. Did I watch it? I watched it in like summer, I think.
Yeah, you would have been watching it in the summer, I think. They recommended it to you. And like, I mean, I want more. It's been less than a year. I can't imagine the people who are sitting there going, yeah, it's been 5 years.
It's not until like a couple of months after I'd finished watching it that I was like, wow, okay, that show was like really, really good.
It was really good, but when I was watching it, I didn't feel it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Because when you're watching it, just like this, it's a pretty good show, and then when you think back to it, you're like, this show was really, really, really good. Like
right. Yeah,
I just
like sets up good world building.
I know, yeah. It just everything. The world feels really huge, and really like actually there. And they don't even go to a huge amount of places. Like it's very good.
They go to what, like 10 total? One of them is like a video game.
Well, they don't explore much. Like they pretty much get to a, like when they're like in the arc, it's pretty much like a couple of locations, and that's it.
Yeah, the biggest location is probably the final arc. Sorry, second to final arc. Yeah, like Merans.
Yeah,
because that's like a whole country. That's about it.
Yeah.
I do want to mention something, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Only two of us watch anime in this conversation.
That's true. I'm sorry, Matt.
Oh no, that's fine. I've just been completely zoning out for the last few minutes.
Oh.
He's on a break.
It's just I don't get to talk about this ever.
I've had a break to recompose myself after contemplating what I've actually just agreed to earlier.
Yeah,
you having second thoughts, getting cold feet.
I had second thoughts about 30 seconds after agreeing to it.
Yeah, me too. Because I realized I had to watch Big Bang Theory again. Honestly, that's the worst part of it for me. I'm fine to watch Smallville. That's probably fine. At least it's something that I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
But I've seen Big Bang Theory.
On one hand, I'd like this to get loads of views. On the other hand, I don't want to start Smallville from the
beginning.
This is the
thing now.
Like, this is the thing now.
We've all placed ourselves in an equally painful dichotomy of wanting to get popularity, notoriety, and views from this episode.
I don't care about
and
that.
the podcast in general.
No, I don't care about that. I just want you to watch Smallville.
Oh, that's what you care about. But like, obviously, we want this podcast and this episode to do well, but at the same time, we don't.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
Everyone, just watch this. Every other episode, just don't watch this one.
Yeah.
How are they going to know that without watching or listening an hour and 7 minutes in? At that point, the view's been counted.
Just put a disclaimer in the title of the episode. Don't watch, please.
Oh, we already know what the title for this episode is going to be.
Oh, we do.
Go on.
Yeah.
Wait, we do?
It's going to be the 1,000 view bet.
Oh, okay.
The 10,000 view bet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 100,000 view bet.
Literally more than our YouTube users view bet.
Just keep increasing the number and we'll be fine.
Yeah, but I want to lower the number. I want like 2 views so that I can just have you watch it regardless.
Oh my god!
You could,
but then I was going to say 2 views. You just watch it twice.
Yeah, I could. I mean, I did a little bit of maths here. I would need 833 accounts to have it done in a day.
Also, can I just say, talking about viewing yourself and all that, I logged onto our we logged on. Well, I logged onto our YouTube account the other day, which hasn't actually got anything on it yet, but obviously, hopefully, will eventually. But I logged onto it the other day and saw we had a subscriber. I got very, very confused until Josh told me that he'd subscribed to the channel. I was like, who's subscribed to a channel called the ReConnected Podcast that hasn't got anything on it? Like someone just subscribed to the channel going, no, I can see this thing going places.
Yeah.
They just so desperately wanted to be first that they just subscribed to this random channel, hoping that they go big.
Yeah. It's me, by the way.
So you are Josh is first.
Yeah.
Josh is officially first.
Oh, can I?
Which so I assume I just need. Hang on, I just thought I could be second now. Hang on.
Wait. No,
You know
don't.
it doesn't count, right?
It does.
Oh no, it does. It 100% does. It 100% does.
Your own account.
You can.
It 100% does.
I am.
Okay, so Josh, while Matt's making this account,
Yeah. Wait, he's making the what?
not account, making he's subscribing to our channel.
I'm gonna try and find our account and subscribe to it, but the problem is that I can't find it. Apparently, there's a band called ReConnected.
Yeah, there is. We teased something last week.
We did.
Yes. Have you not?
Okay.
Have you not checked the show notes that you wrote?
Clearly not. Oh wait, hang on. Are we talking about? Hang on. We talk about. Hang on. I don't know if we're talking about the same thing.
Multiple times. We haven't been saying anything.
I don't know if we're talking about the same thing. Well, okay. What do you think we're talking
There's literally only
about?
one thing on this list we spoke about last week, and we said we were going to do because we're running out of time.
We're not
Just
running out
Cause
of time. Oh, the shower.
Josh.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah.
We're having a stroke.
No.
Wait,
Did you
hang
really
on.
Just
What?
we're talking about Just Cause 3. We teased it last week.
No.
Oh my god, no, Just Cause 3. I don't know. Well, okay, so I have something to talk about showers later on, so we can discuss that in a minute. But okay, right. So Just Cause 3. Yeah, you wanted to talk
I
about
want
that.
you just to know, Matt.
Yeah.
You are the
I
second
was very
subscriber to the
confused for a
channel.
minute then.
Sorry, third.
How have you found? Wait, hang on. I'm going to be third, am I? How have you found it? I've been trying to find it. I literally can't find it. I
Anyway,
legitimately can't find it.
last week
Oh,
we
wait,
teased
hang on,
that
no,
we
I
were
know
going
how
to
to find
complain
it.
about
Hang
Just
on,
Cause
no,
3
I'm
because neither of us like it very much.
Okay. What?
I'm just going to
True.
throw Josh under the bus
True.
and say
No,
that
it's
Josh has
true.
prepared a very large presentation on this. So, by all means, Josh.
Okay. First point of discussion: the wingsuit.
Okay.
Everyone loves the wingsuit, but it kind of
Everyone?
ruins the transport a bit.
You're absolutely
'Cause
right. I love the wingsuit in
it's
short
fun.
bursts.
It's super fun, especially once you have the jetpack. It's like pretty much.
I don't have the jetpack. I don't have the DLC, so I have to use the wingsuit.
Oh, I do.
Wingsuit, raw.
Okay. Quickly about the DLC. The third DLC just doesn't work for me. Not even actually. Okay, no. I remember now. It started working, but it's so stupid. So when I actually got around to playing the third DLC, do you know what it is?
Is it C?
No, I think it's land. Or no, no. Okay,
Land
okay.
is
It's
like
the
the
third.
hopper things, and then there's the big base in the sky is sky.
I
or
did.
air, and then there's the big ocean thing.
I did the ocean one, I did the sky one, and then I was going to do the land one because I wanted to try out like the mech things. Like I wanted to drive around in them.
Yeah.
And I got into one. Everything was going fine. I could drive around. I could jump. And then I tried firing, and nothing happened. And then I was like, oh, okay, maybe I just have to go through the missions a bit first to then get all this stuff working. And then it got to the point where it asked me to like fire with the mech, like use the weaponry and use the grabber arm. And the actual, like the prompts, it'll give you like a key prompt. Like it will say, press this button to do this.
Yeah, well, they never change based on what the prompt is. So are you sure it wasn't just like...
It was blank. It said press, just
Have
nothing
you tried
there.
rebinding it?
I did. I tried. I went into the menu after that because I was like, oh, maybe I just don't have it bound, and the option to bind them wasn't there.
Interesting.
The fire option and the grab option, those just weren't in the list of like commands for the mech. So I had no idea what to do, and I even like I even decided to like email support for this because like I spent money on this. I actually want I actually want to play this. And of course, they never got back to me because
why would they?
why would
You have a genuine
support their
issue.
community? That wouldn't make any sense.
Are you sure you want to be complaining about like devs not supporting their community, given what I have been playing through?
Okay, that's
It's been broken for 6 years.
I mean, I sent an email to them. I mean, you'd think you'd even get like an automated thing back, but no. Do you want to know what fixed this for me?
Wait, so it's fixed?
It fixed. You just had to click, I think, like reset to default for your key bindings, and then those options just suddenly appeared in the menu.
Have you considered that they didn't design it for lefties?
That doesn't have anything to do with it.
It wasn't designed for lefties, so when you tried to rebind the keys, it was like, I don't know.
No, I didn't try to rebind the keys. The options.
No, but like when you rebound keys initially, right? Maybe you caused a conflict with a key to make it so that it couldn't fire anymore.
But I would have but the fire and the grab were like right click and left click.
I presumed they would be, but like you don't know. It's a terribly designed game.
Why would that mean that like the options just don't appear on the list?
Josh, do I look like a tech support?
Yeah, please help.
Oh, okay, right. So what I'm going to need you to do is give me a remote control of your computer.
Okay.
Actually, we can do that now with Steam Remote Play. If you streamed your PC.
Oh crap! That's a good point. You can probably do something like that because
Joanna got hold of one of our friends' like mute key.
Actually, I'm not sure if you can do that.
Spam it.
I think it has to have like remote play together supported.
It might
first, but you can definitely like if you just add like the Chrome exe to Steam, you can just then stream Chrome. You could just stream Chrome to like wherever you want.
Yeah,
it's actually like the remote play stuff on Steam is actually like really, really good.
It is good.
It's a really good feature.
Bit laggy.
If you're playing with friends, then yeah. But if you're just trying to stream on your own, at least in like if you're still in the same building, it works actually really, really well.
Fair enough.
There was like practically no latency. Even streaming to like a TV, which is surprising.
I can't really give it a go because all I have in my in my flat is a computer. So
you could stream it to your phone.
I'd rather not.
It's not a good experience.
And how are you meant to use it on your phone?
It comes up with like gamepad buttons.
Do not you dare. That is not what you want.
It's not what you like to see.
It isn't what you hate to see it.
You do hate to see it. It doesn't even have analog sticks.
Speaking of things that we hate to see.
Yeah.
Let's finish up this well, let's get into it. Because we jumped into the DLC not working. I think we need to hit like the fundamentals.
That was just the tip of the iceberg. There's I've said that too many times now.
Yeah.
One thing I was actually really disappointed with in Just Cause 3, like going from Just Cause 2 to Just Cause 3, the map was just
boring.
Way more boring. It's so boring. Like in Just Cause 2, you had a pretty big city.
Yeah, you had a city, a jungle, mountains. You had a desert.
Yeah. You even different kinds of mountains. You had desert mountains. You had snowy mountains. You had jungle mountains.
Had a few oases.
You had quite a few. You had a few different airports. You had like that main airport, which was really fun to like hang around at.
You had the Japanese like World War II island.
Yeah, you did.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
right? There's a huge amount to do.
The airship.
And then it's like And yeah, there's the airship, which is it's nice to have secrets. But in Just Cause 3, it was like we have jungle, and jungle with jungle.
Well, it wasn't even as interesting as jungle. It was we have plains, we have grass, and we have small city.
That's actually true. Yeah, it was just there was just jungles.
I also feel like that's definitely the vocabulary that was used in the presentation they gave on that map ahead of time with the production meeting.
Do you know about the one? We have
more grass bit, and we have big city bit.
Also, add more deers. There need to be more deers in this grass.
Why?
There weren't enough animals, actually. I would love if there were just loads of animals roaming around in that game. That would be cool to screw around with. I don't think it's
necessary, honestly.
Just because you want to rope tie them together and then blast them off with the
You could already do that.
And what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, but I just want there to be like a field full of cows.
There is.
Is there?
Yeah.
Like with 20 cows?
Yeah.
What? I've never seen
I
this.
thought that was the thing
Josh
too.
has now decided it's a 10 out of 10 perfect game.
It is. I'm just stupid to criticize.
That's all that was missing.
My problem with it is, let's start from the beginning. The wingsuit
is good. The wingsuit is good.
It feels really good to play with.
Yeah.
But once you realize how good it is, you have no incentive to ever use any other vehicle.
I feel like this is maybe not an issue with the wingsuit itself, but something that they could design the game, design the other aspects of the game around the wingsuit actually being included. Maybe.
I kind of
I don't want them to just.
It seems like Just Cause 2 with a few new guns and a wingsuit.
It wasn't heavily developed enough in its production.
No.
If you look at every town in Just Cause 3, it's like, destroy these 3 not windmills, I don't know why I said windmill. What was I thinking of there? Like billboards.
I have no idea.
Destroy these speakers and blow up some of these tanks. And then once you've done that, go and take over the prison in the middle. And it's great. Yeah. How many times? 100?
I did like that they showed up on the map, though.
That was nice.
Because even with them showing up on the map, it was still hard to find some.
The issue I have with it, though, they're all the same. There are some really interesting ones. There's
the military bases were good.
Military bases were generally better. There was the big, very tall pylons that you could drag into each other and they would just explode their way down. That's fun, once or twice, but I feel like there needs to be more unique bases and less of them.
You know what I want?
What?
I just want, mechanics of Just Cause 3 in Just Cause 2.
I don't think you do. I don't think it would work as well as we think it would.
The
wingsuit would make moving around.
Okay, maybe not the wingsuit, but the retractable tethers.
Those are nice.
I can't really go back to Just Cause 2 tethers after that.
There was a video on Reddit, I think 3 days ago, which was someone in Just Cause 3, surfing on a car using the tethers to Spider-Man, because you could hook one to the roof of the car and one to the roof of, the ceiling of a cave.
Nice.
There were some fun things you could do with them, but they weren't enough. The terrain didn't allow for interesting,
that's true.
Interesting solutions. It was grenades, sticky bombs.
A lot of I think one of the most fun things to do was just to blow up the bridge that a train is about to go over.
Yep.
That was pretty much the pinnacle of that game for me.
Taking off a jet
that was the peak of the game.
Yeah, that's true.
Taking off a weird dumb stuff. I think the game needed to be harder to sort of justify those grand escapes. I never felt like I was being chased. I felt I wingsuit away and I'm away.
Actually, that's something that Just Cause 2 had. You did get chased. I remember getting chased.
The fastest way to travel was by plane, but you had to get to the airport.
Yes.
And get in the plane.
Yes.
You weren't really able to cool one down while you were going because what was his name? I can't remember his name. but like Rico's friend.
Yeah.
You
couldn't
wouldn't bring you
call
one. He'd
him.
be like, "Yeah, you're too hot, bro. Like, get to safety first." And the second fastest way of traveling was like, there's boat, which it was pretty fast, and then there was by car. Or by
as much as I hate to admit it, the wingsuit does kind of break it.
So now enemies are like really like, I'm not gonna say dangerous, but like it's very much a go and shoot like 5 people then go out, which can be fun, but it's not like
fun.
It's not interesting.
Very much at the time.
I want to feel chased. I like pursuits.
Yeah, pursuits were
I'm being
actually
pursued.
really, really good fun in Just Cause 2.
Yeah,
like blowing up the wheels of cars that are chasing you, just seeing them go tumbling was great.
I think hanging onto the front of like one car that was chasing you while another car was chasing you, and you shoot the one behind.
That was so good.
Then you take over the car that you're like hiding on, that's being driven by the enemy, and you drive off just to have like 3 more come in and like try and T-bone you. Like, it's a fun feeling. Like, maybe my youth has like picked up these moments.
Yeah, but it's possible.
But I played this game in 2015, like 6 months before Just Cause 3 came out.
Yeah.
So I can't be that biased, I think.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
I still...
By the way,
this is
FYI,
why I was hoping for Just Cause 4 to be better, because they did have like a more interesting... They had a more interesting map.
Also, just to say, if anyone's wondering, Just Cause is actually currently on sale on Steam with Black Friday.
Which one?
Not that will probably matter for anyone.
Black Friday.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just realised that, I did actually get a few games actually today with the Black Friday sale.
Oh, look at
One of them,
that.
Just Cause
Sekiro
3?
is only £32.
I did not get Just Cause 3.
Gosh,
Do you want me to list off some of the ones I got?
No, because I want to complain about Gears for a second, and then you can do it.
Okay, sure.
This is
Just Cause 4 is only £20.
Yeah, and it's still £20 too expensive. All right, Josh, I got one more complaint about Just Cause 3, and we will move on to the sale and things that we got. I did not get much.
I got nothing.
The gear system.
I got a few things.
The what?
The gear system.
The gear system.
On
Come
what?
on, Josh. Come on. Figure it out. How do you unlock things in Just Cause 3?
That is...
Gear challenges.
The only ones that I liked doing were the wingsuit ones.
So, if you don't play Just Cause 3, like I don't think Matt has, the way you unlock upgrades in Just Cause 3 is you do gear challenges. And it's ranked between 1 and 5 gears, or a failure, I guess.
So
between 0 and 5, you get to allocate these like gears into like upgrades.
Okay, that seems like a fairly simple system.
Yeah, the problem is it got really tedious really fast.
Like
how difficult were the challenges?
They weren't that difficult, but some of them took way too, like the fun ones that like there's like
each
5 categories.
Yeah, and like each upgrade tree had like their own category of like event to do.
Because there was grappling, wingsuit, air, boat, ground. I think, and maybe there was an explosive one too, but there was about 5-ish. And the ones that you wanted to upgrade were the wingsuit and the grappling hook, because let's be honest, those were the fun bits of Just Cause 3.
That's all I did.
That's all I did, right? I didn't like shoot things. I was like, I'm gonna like drag this guy into that like canister so it shoots into that.
You're not going to do the shooting stuff because you can do that on any other game, whilst the grappling hook and wingsuit are things you can only do on Just Cause.
Yeah, I'm going to use the mechanics that are available. And even if I don't think the mechanics were good for the series, I still enjoyed them for what they were.
You're going to use the unique mechanics the game has more than any other, rather than the mechanics that you could do on any game.
Yeah.
So you think, okay, just go to all of those then. Well, it doesn't tell you which ones are which. You go to it and you find out. And they're all over the map, which means that to have fun, you have to then go and liberate all of the bases so that you can unlock the gear challenges. But in doing that, you have nothing to liberate with the fun things you've unlocked.
That's a good point.
I can see the predicament.
It's just this dumb cycle. And also the guns are way too overpowered. Like, I don't think I had a gun that, like, I unlocked in the mid game that didn't instantly kill anything I wanted it to kill.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess you should just unlock them later in the game. Because
I think you should unlock them later and have the wingsuit things be up front.
Yeah.
Or, even better, use the system that previously existed, which is give you the upgrades, or like the ability to buy and upgrade guns, which is from the old shop in Just Cause 2, by just blowing stuff up.
Yeah.
Like, play the game, unlock more rewards. Don't play the game, don't unlock the rewards.
So, I don't know if this is like this is a Okay, I'm just gonna say it.
You can just say it. Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you.
Well, no, I don't know if this is like a thing that it like anyway. I don't know. I can't words clearly.
I want to point out you do a podcast once a week.
Yeah, it's the third episode. Give me a break.
Technically, it's the 7th, but you know.
Yeah, but those are tests. This is
sure.
Tests don't mean anything.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Okay, so like unlock or upgrade systems and games. I'm not a huge fan. In most of the time.
I'm different to you. So
okay. So I like. I mean, I'm gonna have to talk about Celeste again because it's a super good game. It's really
break
fun.
Your hand so you can never play Celeste again.
It's okay. I use my mind. Gonna have to break my mind now.
You know the new D&D class that can do all of their spells with their mind.
No, we only need 10,000 views for me to for my mind to break.
Oh, I guess that's a good point.
Okay, so Celeste, you start off the game with everything, pretty much only one thing changes, and that's you get an extra dash at some point. That's the only thing that changes with the game's mechanics, or the game's main mechanics, and you can pretty much do all the moves. It's just about executing them, and it's just about having like the dexterity to like execute them correctly and at the right time to get around the obstacle in the fastest way that you can. I guess if you're speedrunning it. And then the way that it creates like more interest as you progress through the levels is it introduces like gimmicks in those levels that interact with the mechanics, like the main kind of movement mechanics of the game. So it's not you having to. It's not just building on those on like the core mechanics of the game. It's interacting with them. And I think that's I really quite like that way of doing it, because if you, it seems like if you have to be upgrading a lot in the way, at least in the way that Just Cause is doing it, it feels like either at one end of the spectrum it's not very powerful and just not very fun, or at the other end of the spectrum it's just too powerful and not very fun. Does that make sense?
It's an awkward balance, because if you want an upgrade system, you need sort of like a progression of stakes, but a progression of enemy difficulty too. So let's look at Borderlands, the game we are intimately familiar with.
Yeah,
that has level up system.
You are.
Borderlands is also, I wouldn't equate them too much.
What, Just Cause and Borderlands?
No,
I'm not saying what I'm looking at is the upgrade system. So in Borderlands, you upgrade like small like numbers things, and you occasionally get a few like perks that change how you play. But to compensate for that, they throw harder enemies at you as you level up.
Yeah,
it's like, I mean, this is game design for like decades. You know, since we've been kids, this has been like common game industry practice. And the reason for that is it allows you to have meaningful upgrades that do increase your power and they feel good to have. The problem with Just Cause is that the enemies don't get harder as you progress through the game. So as you upgrade, you end up with, I think this is what you're alluding to, but I could be wrong. I could have misunderstood, which is you start at like 1 power, or like 0 power, and by the end of the game you have 100 power. This is you're complete.
I don't know if it's...
that 1 to 100 change has to be significant for a player to feel good, but because Just Cause doesn't alter its difficulty at any point throughout the game, either that isn't like a negligible distance because the game can't be too hard at the start, otherwise 0% players can't do it, and it can't be too easy because 100% players have to have some kind of challenge. But it's the worst of both worlds. Because new players find it a bit too hard in some instances and a bit too restrictive, and end players are like, well, it's no challenge anymore. I can literally nuke the place from orbit.
Okay, with the upgrading system in Just Cause 3 though, like if you're just talking about like, see, I'm thinking more about like the wing, like think about the wingsuit and the grapple hook, and even the explosives. Really, like upgrading those doesn't really. That's not an upgrade in power.
It's not upgraded in utility.
Sorry?
It's an upgrade in utility.
Yeah. Like upgrades in like, okay, Borderlands 2 or like Borderlands games in general, everything is just essentially an upgrade in just the base numbers that you use in the game. Like your just attack and your health and your shield.
Yeah, mine is like a few sort of special perks. It's generally just like higher reload speed, or
okay, even that though, that's just all that does is increase the DPS.
It's like most of them are just increasing DPS. Some of them are like your things now heal, or whatever, right? But really, that's a survivability change.
Like the play style is like it's pretty much the same. You just fire the weapons, and it's the character ability that you start out with, which changes the way you play.
Yeah,
the way you play is defined by that and only that. Really,
I know you guys don't play it, but Warframe has a similar issue, which is that it doesn't matter how you build your character in Warframe because you have.
How many hours have you put into that?
Oh, like 900. I mean, a lot of that's not actually playing. A lot of it's just like AFKing or whatever. But like, But you have a character with 4 abilities, and like that's it. You play that.
Okay.
And then you make a new one, but that's that. There's no like mix and matching and special builds.
Yeah. Like,
everything is either utility or numbers.
Yeah.
And it's like mild utility.
I mean, like upgrading just the numbers, it I think, at least in the case of like Borderlands 2, that felt good, because you'd reach a point where you're like, okay, or at the start you'd be like, okay, well, enemies are pretty tough at the moment. Then like you'd get to the end of that area, you'd leveled up enough so that you're taking out those enemies pretty well, and then you move on to the next area, and it's like another jump in difficulty. It's like a constant like push and pull of that kind of thing.
I didn't feel that in Borderlands. I feel it in Pokemon sometimes.
But maybe that's more
playing
like...
it with you. Whenever I play Pokemon with you, there's no difficulty. There's literally 0 difficulty.
Only if you're using your flipping Crobat. That's your Crobat was so. Oh.
Yeah, it was like level 100 by like level 60 areas.
Yeah, I think I meant more. Maybe in just like the jump from like the base normal mode to True Vault Hunter, then Ultimate Vault Hunter
really hurts, and Ultimate Vault Hunter is terrible. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did feel like the jump on difficulty between areas sometimes, and that was like, it was a new challenge. You had to like find new gear, and that was a fun thing to go out and do, because you get to like you're forced to try out new weaponry, and that's.
Also,
a
lot of Borderlands' sort of unique aspects were done through gear.
Yeah, and I really quite enjoyed it. But with Just Cause 3, at least I felt at the start like I was just hindered for no reason. Like, why shouldn't
the game
you
just
have,
had it out for you?
Why shouldn't you have multiple tethers at the start? Why shouldn't you just, like, that doesn't... it doesn't.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It doesn't really make any sense because
it would make more sense in a game where that design decision was necessary to keep some kind of balance. But like Just Cause doesn't have any balance.
No, it's not meant. It's meant to be fun. The game is entirely designed on playing around with the grapple mechanic. That's the entire thing of the game.
Be serious.
No, it shouldn't be. You're meant to just have fun playing around with the physics and the mechanics of the game, but it doesn't let you at the start. You have to work hard to then just be able to use the mechanics in the fun way. But by then you're bored. But like I think I got every collectible in the game. I didn't ever beat the game. I got every collectible in the game, and I didn't feel the desire to go back and like do it again, or like go and blow up some more areas. Like to get all of the gear challenge things done, you have to do some really obnoxious like grappling challenges. Like, put a magnet on the end of this car and then go and grab a bunch of rocks. Like, riveting gameplay. Truly. Yeah. This is what I needed to do before I could unlock grapple is 20% stronger. I know, it's... You know what, I much prefer, like, a numbers-based upgrade. Like, I'm thinking of, like, Dark Souls here as well. Like...
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. I beat Dark Souls with the default gear.
Okay, well, that's... Yeah, but you upgraded the default gear. You just upgraded the, like the power of that. And you'd upgrade, like, your strength, which would affect... Yes, like, you'd have correct. All of those, like,
you are
different...
Correct.
Yeah. No, you'd upgrade dexterity, what am I talking about?
Yeah, I did dex, because I was like a dual-wielding...
Yeah, no shield required for this guy, even though he definitely needed a shield. Yeah, first I played a Dark Souls game, no shield. That was such a... Why did you play it like that? It couldn't have been, like, fun.
It was good. It was easy.
Did you actually completed it in the end?
Yeah, beat the entire game using the Soul Sword blade. I mean, they're broken. They are really overpowered. Maybe I just don't have a good enough grasp in the game, but they felt strong. I think that's a bit of a problem with Dark Souls. Is I have heard that, like, the smartest way to play is just to use the starting gear and upgrade it fully, because it's basically then just as powerful as anything really would be. Because it's a lot more work to get the more special weapons upgraded, because it requires like the twinkling titanite and. I was using boreal blades for a while, but they're just not as good. The boreal blades aren't very good. They're more magic based. Which is a problem when you're a Dex character. Yeah, if you've only been upgrading Dex. I didn't just upgrade Dex. I did some Vitality too. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, you should be. I had like nothing on me, and you know this. Oh my god! You saw me play, and you got really aggravated. The medium roll is fine. Yeah, like the fat roll is like out of the question, but like the medium roll is fine. I'm fine with like trading a little bit of speed for not dying in one hit. Yeah. Oh. I did make that trade at the end. No, I don't think I did actually. I think I upgraded my vitality enough that I didn't have to worry. Yeah. Yeah, so I could always... strength, something stamina, so I could lift the things. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, I got the training of the game, so I'm just... The true end? Yeah, the, hallowed thing. We get married and then you... Oh. Yeah, I forget a lot about... Dark Souls 3. Yeah. I didn't really pay much attention to Dark Souls story. I just played it for the gameplay. I mean, yeah, it's perfectly fair to do that. Although I do think like the storytelling is actually like pretty good. I just don't want to read every item description. You don't. I think. I hear that's a lot of the story is. That's where a lot of it is, and you can get a lot of like more detailed stuff out of it. But just experiencing the world and like the very limited kind of, not really cutscenes, but like just
just
I mean-
like the few cutscenes that there are, like the introductions to the bosses and just what the bosses are, like just kind of taking all of that in, and all that, and the world is just, I don't know. I think it did a very good job with atmosphere.
Soulsborne games make me sad, by the way.
They make you sad. Why do
Yeah.
they make you
They're
sad?
so depressing.
They-
I like them, but
Oh.
they are very depressing to play.
I never find them really.
I don't like
Depressing.
Gothic, and you do. It's like
Yeah,
it's
I like-
the thing
I
that
do like
defines
Gothic.
whether you find them depressing or not.
I want to play Bloodborne.
Josh,
It looks-
you can play Bloodborne.
You always said that like a toddler that's having a
I wanna
tantrum.
play
I want to
Bloodborne.
play Bloodborne.
I want to play Blood. I want to decapitate my enemy.
Josh, when I come home for Christmas, play some Bloodborne.
Oh, you have Bloodborne.
Yes,
I forgot about this.
I haven't beaten it because just haven't.
I'll beat it.
You'll beat it.
Yeah.
You'll be around every day trying to play. I'm like, dude, I gotta study.
I just want to sleep.
You just won't sleep. You'll be there at night.
Yeah.
You know when I'm studying. You're gonna want to come
Yeah.
through the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I won't need to study. Oh, actually, I'll be working on my exit project probably.
Oof.
Sounds fun.
That's not an oof. That's a.
Oh,
That's
okay,
a
sure.
good-
No, yeah, whatever. I just
Well,
don't want
I
to think
get to
about it. I don't want to think about like a month from now.
I want
That's
to
fair.
think about. I don't want to think about a week from now.
Neither do I.
My uni's on strike at the moment, so
Sorry.
my uni's on strike at the moment, so
It's on
Is
strike.
it actually?
yeah.
Oh,
They're
I think
striking
my
about
brother
pensions
had
or
some
something.
problems with that.
So my cryptography lectures are cancelled, which is really depressing because as listeners of the show may have realised, that is my favourite one.
Well,
Wait, which one?
that is new.
Cryptography.
Okay.
So it's a very very
So
positive.
what? Sorry, what are they on?
Pensions or
Strike
something?
Who needs pensions?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, who
Why
needs
do
to
people
be
care
able to
about
like
pensions?
still have money when you don't really have many options for?
You should just be dead. Do a service to
You can't
society.
work
You
much
should just
anymore.
Be dead. No, you should just be dead at that point. You're old. You're worthless. You're just a burden on society. You should just die off.
We should just do a Futurama and send all old people to a moon somewhere.
Yeah, pretty much. Who needs an old people's home when you can just plonk them all on the moon?
Yeah.
Well, that would be an
just-
old people's home.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't though.
Just be the moon.
It would be an old people's planet.
That is still a
Well,
home.
It's a moon. It's a satellite.
Well, actually,
map.
no, an old people's moon.
That's
yeah.
no moon.
That's no moon.
Joke's over. So Josh, we got like one last thing to talk about.
Okay.
Oh wait, I thought I was going to talk about the games I got.
That was it.
Oh,
You ruined it, Matt. Lewis was going to set up an awesome segue, and Lewis, please segue properly into it.
sorry. Yes. Please. Yes, please.
Josh, what do you recommend that's on sale at the moment?
Oh well.
I
There's
thought
this.
when you said one last thing, I thought it was going to be something else.
Well, I mean, you might have heard of it. It's just a little game called Sekiro. It's honestly,
I've been thinking about it. It's still really expensive though.
it is.
It is.
It's how many?
I mean, for
how many
me,
hours have I put into it?
for me, it's still $52, down from $80.
Yeah, for me,
$80?
it's
Oh,
32.43 down from 50.
it is. It's really good. There are
It's on my wish list.
there are some stupids in it where just enemies got a little too hard.
I've only played a little bit of it so far, and it's so difficult.
I've put 116 hours into that game. It is so satisfying to parry, to like or deflect, I guess.
This is the guy who put 200 into Dark Souls 3. So I always take it with a pinch of salt
Okay,
when he says
yeah,
when he lists his hours.
I like Soulsborne
because-
stuff. It's fun.
I beat Soulsborne and I've got it here, don't I? I beat Dark Souls 3 in 35 hours and I have not gone back to touch it, even though I bought the DLC since.
You only bought the first DLC though, didn't you?
No, I bought both of them.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I've got Ring City and Ashes of. I can't read it because it's the new Steam thing, so I have to read it on the picture.
That first DLC is like a real slog to get.
Doesn't it have the hardest boss in the game in it?
Is it the hard? I don't know if it's the
like
hardest. The woman.
People say the hardest bosses are either like the Nameless King or the dog thing in one of the DLCs.
The dog. I don't know. That dog boss wasn't really that fun. I
heard it's just tanky. Like you just can't one shot it either. There's like no conceivable build that can defeat this thing in one shot.
I don't think there's any conceivable build that would defeat any boss in one shot.
I don't think you've seen any of the builds. There's like the Dragon Axe Thunderer build thing that just like hits any boss
I've seen
up to like the last 5 and instantly kills all of them.
Yeah, but you're pretty much like max level. Is there a max level? You're a very high level at that point. You're not like a realistic level for that.
It's an endurance fight, and I don't do endurance fights well.
What is it? I'm gonna
given that my build is literally get hit twice and die.
Nice.
I mean, that's not a great build.
I remember I streamed.
You're really relying on you to be good.
I remember I streamed my fight against the Grand Corrupted Tree to you, and you were so enraged.
If you would just have a little armor,
you can hear it now.
You might survive like one hit, maybe.
I survived 2 or 3 hits.
Okay, but it's not 4.
Did I beat it? Did I beat it on stream to you?
You did, didn't you?
This is like a Steam stream, by the way. There's no actual recording of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did we get in the sale then?
I got Prison Architect's mental health thing.
I got nothing.
Okay.
That was about it.
I got a few.
Matt of all people.
Matt's going to say, I bought Call of Duty 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
So, I didn't. I got 1 FPS. Actually, no, sorry, no.
That's pretty bad. You should
FPS.
probably upgrade your hardware if you're only getting 1 FPS.
That's so funny.
I mean, it's kind of funny, but just god damn.
It wasn't meant to be a hysterical joke, guys.
Oh, it was so bad.
Small little jab. Come on.
I imagine some people found that funny, but it's because I'm the butt of the pun. I'm just sighing internally.
There's one person that just started hyperventilating because of that joke, Lewis.
They just found it so hysterical.
You have hospitalized someone today because of that joke.
Many bottles of water have been spat out of mouths in response to that joke.
The world lost a lot of coffee this day.
So I got the original 2010 Medal of Honor because I wanted to try that game again because I know it was like a kind of contemporary to COD in the day. And
wait, hold on. Wait, is this Door Fighter?
No, it's just Medal of Honor.
There's a song. I'll put it in the.
Oh wait, so yeah,
Shownotes.
I don't know. I don't think it's the more recent one. No, it's not. It's not the most recent one where it's like what was it called, Medal of Honor Warfighter. Yeah, the one where you just breach doors all the time. Yeah, not that one. It was the original one, 2010 one. Anyway, I then got both of the Tomb Raider games, Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider, because they were both on sale.
What about Shadow of the Tomb Raider?
No, I didn't get it. I got Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider.
I kind of want to get Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Which one's Shadow? Is that the most recent one?
Shadow is the most recent. You know what I want? I want a which one is it? Because there's like two Tomb Raider games that I found to be pretty good.
Okay.
Well,
both of the ones I got good reviews on it. Anyway, I also got let me see. I got Saints Row 4 because the single player experience isn't that buggy, and I wanted to try it out because I've never tried it out.
Oh, you poor man.
Yeah, well, it was on sale as well, so I wasn't wasting much. It was like $3
The Saints Row
or something.
series goes on sale for like pennies.
Yeah, it was
When
like
you bought the entire
$3
thing
if
for a
that.
fiver.
Yeah.
It's like easy to do.
Okay, just to say
Um,
quickly, it was Tomb Raider
yeah.
Anniversary and Tomb Raider Legend. I enjoyed those ones.
Okay.
Is Legend of the is it Underground or Legend of the one where you fight the tigers at the beginning and then there's the sinking ship?
Um,
I think it's Underground.
Sinking Ship.
It's Underground. Okay. No, Underworld. Sorry. Not
Oh,
Underground.
wait,
I got-
Underworld is.
Oh.
I think you start off you start off on a
ship
boat.
sinking and then you're in a jungle because you get like 5 months earlier or something.
Maybe. Oh no! Wait, are you talking? Is this like a newish one?
No, it was like 2012.
I don't think that's the one.
I've always just felt that Tomb Raider games.
It's not.
Are just
It's not
worse
very
versions of
cinematic
Valley.
one. It's the Tomb Raider Underworld Legend and Anniversary aren't very cinematic-y. It's
Which is good. They shouldn't be cinematic. In my
no.
opinion.
This is why I like these three ones, or Underworld included, because they were. It felt like a kind of a modern redo of the original Tomb Raider games.
There needs to be more Tomb Raiding in Tomb Raider games.
And well, those ones were. That was just about you just have to parkour through this kind of giant temple, and that was really fun. Oh, and then
so I also
occasionally
got-
Sorry to cut you off again, Matt.
Yeah, Matt, get cut off.
But you fight a
Yeah, I was
T-Rex
gonna
at
say,
some
yeah.
point, so that's pretty cool.
It's also pretty dumb.
It's pretty dumb.
Yeah, that
but
sounds pretty dumb.
pretty fun. Sorry, Matt, you were saying.
Well, it's just that I had a little bit more of a list to go through.
Sure.
I got Max Payne
Thanks for making me
3.
add these to the show notes, by the way. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I got Max Payne 3,
Okay.
Okay.
which is like...
People didn't like Max Payne 3. Said it was an okay
Really?
shooter, but not a very good Max Payne game.
Interesting, because it was quite highly reviewed on Steam. I think it was it the one that I saw that was overwhelmingly positive rather than just very.
Well.
Let me see. I got 2 fighting games, Mortal Kombat 10 and Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
I'm very sorry.
Wait, is that the good one?
Dragon Ball Fight. By the way, it's fighters.
Yeah. It's like Dragon
Sorry?
Balls. It's Dragon Balls.
Well, it says Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh wait, that's on sale.
You don't pronounce the Z. You pronounce it as an S.
Oh,
Okay,
Dragon Ball Fighters then.
Okay, it ends 3rd of December, thank God. Okay, I think I'm gonna get Fighters then.
Why?
Because it looks so good.
Injustice exists, though.
I already have Injustice.
Why do we all own Injustice?
Wait, do I own it? Let me
I
check.
don't.
Yeah, you
I don't.
actually own it.
Yeah, I do own it.
You played
I own the
6
first
minutes.
one. I have.
I played 2 hours. Don't feel bad.
Do you have Mortal Kombat 10?
No.
Matt, we both have Mortal Kombat 10 now.
Ooh, game on.
It's a shame. The only fighting game I really, really want to play is Smash.
Oh, the only fighting game I really, really don't want to play is every fighting game known to man.
Apart from Smash, though, of course.
No, I don't want to play Smash either.
Smash is good. It's so fun.
I'm just not a fan of the like sort of
Okay.
broadery up and. I don't like the 2 dimensions to it. I prefer the.
So I also got
Okay.
Doom.
That's a good one.
2016 Doom?
His recommendation.
Yeah,
on
2016 Doom.
is.
The soundtrack for that is
I
fucking
disagree.
great.
I disagree. I think the best way to
What?
play. I don't think it's bad. I
It's
think the
so
best way to
good.
play. No, stop. I think
It's
the best way
very
to play
good.
Doom 2016 is to listen to the Miracle of Sound song on 1.25%. On 1.25 times speed,
Okay.
Sure.
because that's how I played through the game on like my second playthrough.
I'm going to have to listen to this after this.
I've played it to you. It'll be in the show notes.
The
if anyone
soundtrack
is
for
curious.
the Doom
I'm not saying
soundtrack
it's
is
bad.
so good.
It gets a bit
but it's
samey,
so
though.
good. I
It
like
doesn't
bass
sound
music.
hype.
I do like bass music so definitely like that's pretty much the epitome of what I like in bass music.
Okay, and the final game I got
Uh-huh.
was Endless Space 2.
I don't actually
I
know
haven't
that.
heard much about it. Every time I look at it, I'm like, eh.
So
Well, you know how it goes.
what exactly is Endless Space?
Is that the turn-based one?
Let me check.
Oh god,
We're
it's
all just looking
pretty
it up
cheap at the
now.
moment. Good god.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it is.
Oh, it's a 4X.
Yeah, it's a 4X one, yeah.
Oh, I accidentally clicked on a video.
I heard it.
everyone just heard Peggy 7.
My bad.
Oh, actually, there is one game that I'm also considering getting.
Is it Warframe? I think you should.
It's not
They
Warframe.
describe it apparently as a strategic space opera, for what it's worth.
Hey,
Okay.
DE, hit me up with some partnership if you're interested. Oh, and Casting Network if you're listening
If you're
to just
interested.
to like hit the like
So it goes without
clout
saying.
milestones.
It goes without saying.
That's saying at this
No,
point.
the game that I do kind of want to try out is Nier Automata.
Talk to Joanna about it. They like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm thinking of asking them when we get into Halo Reach.
Yeah, but you're not gonna do that for like weeks.
It's not gonna. It's a week.
Well, no, because you said you're not playing next week.
It's okay. It's not even out yet.
You know that we're going to have beaten it by the time that you play, right? You don't have to accept this possibility.
You are going to have beaten it on the 10th.
Yes,
Seriously?
I'll probably beat it on like the 4th.
This is Lewis we're talking about, Josh. Don't underestimate him.
See, I do want
I've
to
already
play
done that
with you
once
guys,
this
but
episode. I'm not doing it
I'm
again.
still going to play it with
I
you.
literally can't until that date.
We're still going to play it with you.
Okay.
And like, I'm going to be doing my own
I'm
legendary
gonna be
playthrough on my own. Am I
I'm gonna
allowed?
be
Am I
such a
allowed this,
noob.
Josh? Am I allowed to enjoy it and reach solo?
All of you have to wait while I write my dissertation.
Yeah, right, sure. Whatever you say, dude.
It sucks because
We're not all anticipating this release date and have been biding our time.
It sounds like it. It sounds like you're just.
You think?
You're just holding it all in until
We actually
December
are.
3rd.
So me and
We're
John
not holding
were like,
it in,
we'll
we're
do
hodding
a
it in.
Minecraft mod pack. But then we realized, we can't do an expert pack because like we can't finish an expert pack in 2 weeks. So we're like, we'll do a not expert pack. We've pretty much finished that now.
The
So
struggles of a
we're running out
gamer.
of stuff. The struggles of a gamer. I just want to update everyone on my list because I did say last week I had a list. I finished the Diablo season, completely cleaned off. Saints Row apparently has been cleaned off for me.
Just because of Pet Ben.
Just because of Pet Ben.
Unless Pat
I
Ben
think
has a
that's good
change of
too.
heart.
I'm making some progress, but not much. Nothing else has changed.
Okay then. List update complete.
Matt's getting very irate in the chat right now.
Irate?
Yeah.
I am nowhere near irate. I was irate earlier when I had to contemplate the fact that I've just signed up to something that I'm going to absolutely hate doing.
So
But I wouldn't say I'm irate right
just
now.
as we finish up the show, I would like to remind everybody that now normally I would not be in the business of promoting, but if you could share this specific episode, I don't care about the others, with everybody you know, just to hit that 10,000 view mark, I would greatly appreciate it.
I hate you. I hate you. I hope you're happy, everyone, because I know this is going to happen.
It will
I can
be.
feel it. I know
Maybe.
this is going to happen, and I know people are going to do this just because they realise, yeah, Matt's really hating this. He's really going to hate watching Smallville. Oh, this is going to be great. Every week I'm going to be able to tune into the ReConnected podcast and hear Matt just rant on about how absolutely useless this episode of Smallville was, because all of them are just equally freaking useless.
You know what I'd really love? I'd love from the final episode of like when we do the finale of Smallville, we get Tom Welling on as a guest.
Oh, that would be
That would be
amazing.
hilarious.
I'd want to apologize, honestly. He
I
doesn't
would
deserve it.
profusely apologise.
He
does
doesn't
not want to
deserve
be
it
in
at all.
control.
Can you imagine?
Honestly, I think I'm the one that benefits most from this deal that we're doing.
Yeah,
This
you
is
get
the
to
thing
watch
that
a not
sucks
terrible
most.
show. You have to put up with some Big Bang Theory, but then I get to watch Evangelion. I'm
Yeah,
not even
you-
losing really, because like oh no, 2 episodes of Bing Bong Theory a week. Like, what a travesty! There's no way I can zone out of that one. Like every week I get to come back with the same criticism. Oh, there were no jokes. It was unfunny.
Yeah.
I will do more than that. I will actively watch it.
Shellbore got a little more human.
Sheldnor.
Shellbore.
Pony.
I swear to God, if you guys keep referencing them as these names throughout the entirety of us watching the series of Bing Bong, I may actually end up killing myself on top of having to watch Smallville.
Yeah,
to be fair, though, as much as it pains me to say it, obviously, if you could promote the episode around, that would be nice, I suppose.
That would be a sad disconnected episode.
Oh yeah, you're right. If Matt doesn't turn up one week, do I just get to not watch Big Bang Theory and we can just do the Smallville disconnected episode?
Oh great, so now I have to commit in order to get you to go through the same pain.
I mean, I was more talking about, mourning the loss of a friend, but yeah, sure, I guess we don't have to watch Big Bang Theory.
Alright, I think we can cancelled. We'll see you next week for Disconnected.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what?